Welcome to this demonstration of OS deployment for BBCA in an add-on format. We're utilizing the existing BBCA discovery processes, the existing BBCA consoles who deploy the infrastructure, and the infrastructure is deployed using existing BBCA technologies. The OS deployment requires no new hardware for implementation, as it will leverage existing repeaters and proxies, and will use the policy manager to carry out the deployments in order to retain the same look and feel of current business processes. Finally, Windows 7 compliance, i.e. when the machines are completed, will also be shown within the BBCA console. Out of the box, we've provided several reports which allow an administrator to target specific machines. In this case, we have machines that are ready for compliance, or ready or not in compliance, and so we can use any one of these reports and customize those reports to create a collection. Now, when we create a collection could expand and contract, or it can be a static collection, but the key thing is that that becomes the target for any policies, and that could be software delivery or any policy, but in this case it's going to be OS deployment. When we go into the policy view, we have the ability to select the target view tab, and we can pick our report from earlier, Windows 7 report, which is now a collection of course, and we can go to the OS migration tab where we can then configure how we want the OS migration to behave. So in this case we're picking locales and languages, and then we're going to pick a particular template, which is a Windows 7 template, and we're going to pick the personal backup template as well, so the user settings data that we want to gather off that machine before it's redeployed. Once we get to the summary screen, we click Start, and Start is the process that enables the integration between Matrix42 and BBCA. We can see a summary here of what's happened, but in essence it's kicked off the job, kicked off the schedule, and the machine is now ready, or the collection of machines are ready to receive their migration task. At any time we can look at target compliance, and this allows us to look at the collection and to see how far the machines have got at a high level. So are they pending in this particular case? Have they failed for any reason? Or are they complete? On the client, we obviously have the BBCA tuner, and the tuner will check in regularly in order to see if a policy applies. In this particular case, it's picked up the fact that it's selected for OS migration. First step is it will do the personal backup step, which we see here, and that's storing all of the user's data and all of the user's settings on the local repeater. It's then registered for the reboot service, which allows the user to kick off the reboot, or it'll be scheduled automatically, and all of these steps can take place with the user logged off as well as logged on. Once the machine boots, it'll go into the pre-boot environment, usually via Pixie, but of course it can do that via USB or CD as well. The machine pre-boots into Matrix42's Linux pre-boot environment, and at this point it'll connect to the server, to the repeater should I say, and it'll be looking for the job, and then it'll gather the source images from that repeater. And so BBCA is providing all of the heavy lifting for the images. At the second step here, we can see that it's using hardware recognition to figure out which drivers this particular device should have. And this is a proprietary Matrix42 technology that allows it to recognize the drivers and insert them into the image. We then go through the standard installation of the Windows 7, which includes, of course, the drivers that we've already injected, and that then allows the machine to come up working with all of the drivers in a vanilla state. At this point, it then runs personal backup again to retrieve all of the user settings and user data and put them back onto the machine. And of course here we can see our nice picture of Vila Moura Harbour in Portugal, so that the look and feel is exactly the same as it was on XP for that user. Once all of the personal backup information has been deployed back to the device, we've then got the BBCA tuner, which is running properly and is configured to then deploy any software that that machine originally had policies to deploy.